Hey, welcome back to part 2. Remember in the beginning when I said that this was going to be a massive month? Well, this is the massive part. Let me just put you back in.
Now on to the craziness that happened over the next week or so. Just sold 3 of these Xbox console sets with the controller, AV cord, and power cord. These all have the replacement bands in them, and one of them had the clock capacitor removed as well. All 3 of them sold for $119.97 each, and I only have one more left, so that's pretty awesome. Just sold another repaired controller for $29.97, and it has a replaced quick disconnect cord, so awesome. Another one gone. Just sold the last Xbox console with the replaced band and the DVD drive for about 120 bucks. Now I need to go fix some more. Alright, just sold this one, the Nintendo DS from last month with the repaired screen for about 65 bucks. Awesome. So I just sold them all to the same guy on the same day for about 600 bucks. I hope he likes Game Gears. This is awesome. Now I need some more. Since I've sold so much this month, I figured I might as well find some more deals to buy. So, roll the clips. So I just got in a bunch of new stuff. All these are full of items to fix, and I got a really big box here that I'll break into. And yeah, I'll show you what I got. Let me just... Alright, so this is what we picked up. So I got these 2 Game Gears. This one and this one. These are both non-working. This one actually came with some games, which is kind of cool. But seems like standard issues with the capacitors. This one also seems like standard issues, but what I always forget to ask is whether or not these come from a smoking household. This one smells like an ashtray. It's so gross. I hate it. I'm sorry if anybody who's a smoker watches any of these videos, but it just smells so nasty to everybody else, especially when it's on gaming equipment. But I'm gonna have to do a deep clean on this one if I use this housing. I do have other housings that I can swap into this one, but both of these are non-working. These I also picked up. It's just a good deal. I just couldn't pass it up. This one seems like the hinge is okay and everything, but it turns on but then immediately turns off. This one I really haven't tested or charged it up, but it seems like the hinge has a little problem with it, so we'll look into that. These are the feet for Xbox units that have the holes in them where you don't need to remove them afterwards, but in the photo they're black. So I don't know what's up with that, but I gotta message this seller and just see. It looks like these are probably laser cut because they have little burns on the outside here of that edge. Maybe not, I don't know, but it's odd that they would make them gray instead of black. Not sure why, but they do have a nice good spongy feel. They feel very similar to the other feet, but and they have the 3M sticky backs too, which is perfect, but odd that they're gray. And then these other 3 Xboxes, I have no idea what's wrong with these. They just said in the post that they're non-working and they're just for parts, so hopefully it's something easy, just like the bands or something like that, the rubber bands in the drives, but we'll see. I don't know. I'll test all of these and see where they're at. These I'll probably do later. And all of these were purchased because I can't pass up deals. Except for these. These were used as replacements for some of them that are missing that I have in stock currently. But yeah, I just can't pass up deals. So if it's a deal, I gotta buy it. All right, just got some more packages. By the size, you can probably guess what these are going to be, but let me just show you. If you guessed more Sega Game Gears, then you would be correct. So got 3 more. This one is pretty beat up. It's got a lot of problems with it, but I just need the guts out of it for another special replacement, and that's actually why I picked up this. I normally get the ones that have the glass. This one's the plastic, and it's a little warped from being in a plastic bubble envelope, but I don't know. I feel like they could have shipped this with some cardboard behind it or something like that to try to prevent it from bending so much, but it's been outside and it's a little cold, so maybe that's why it's kind of bent up. But once it gets heated, I'm sure it'll kind of straighten itself out. At least I hope it does, but we'll try that out. So this is like the original plastic kit that is normally on all of the Game Gears. I normally use the glass version for all of my fixes, but there's one in particular that I found in my pile of things that I have yet to fix that I feel like it needs an original instead of the glass replacement. But these all have the standard problems that Game Gears normally have. I tried to buy ones that did not have any battery corrosion issues because that is such a pain and a very long process to fix, but we'll take a look at these next month. And here's all the prices for them. I don't remember what I paid specifically off the top of my head, but here you go.
I'd also like to send a big thank you to PCBWay for sponsoring today's video. PCBWay.com is a printed circuit board manufacturer that provides a wide variety of options for prototyping and assembly. Speaking of assembly, PCBWay has many different options for it too. Most interesting to me is the Flex PCB assembly services. And they've recently announced that they're able to print full color images directly onto custom PCBs now too. It uses UV curable inks, which also provide a high quality image transfer on multiple substrates, including the Flex PCBs too. I would like to thank PCBWay for sponsoring today's video, and be sure to check out PCBWay.com for all your project's needs. Now on to some testing.
Alright, the first one works really well, it displays to the screen, all the ports work, but of course it has problems with the disk drive not opening. So I'm going to see if I can fix that really quick just right now.
I did a quick swap of the drive band on this one, and it was working great once it was tested. Just needed some cleaning afterwards and it was all good. The other two had different problems though.
Well, this is a unique one. None of the buttons in the front work unless you hold both of them. And when you do, it'll just start up and then shut off. So you do both, and it seems to load in a moment. Nope. Nope, it died. Let's try it again. Nope. It spit the disk drive out. Nope, nope. Maybe. Nope. Power button, nothing. It wants to work. It was working. Come on. Just hold them down. Hey. There's a little something. There we go with the disk drive back, and it shuts off. So this is most likely trace rot. Guaranteed in the front end of that. Maybe that cap capacitor popped and leaked everywhere, but this one is going to take a little bit more doing. Alright, then we have this one. It displays to the screen, no problems. All the ports work. Disk drive won't even attempt to open. Just, I don't know if you can hear this, but it sounds like it's trying to move inside, like it's stuck in the up position maybe, but just won't be able to spit it out. This is a late model, probably a 1.6 version motherboard, but it looks like it has an old model DVD drive, or a Thompson, or I don't remember the other one. Philips, if I remember correctly, was the other one that was the older version, but Samsung is the one you want. We'll have to open this one and see, because putting the little reset in here doesn't do anything. There's just no way of actually opening up the tray. So this one also is going to take some doing, but maybe not as bad as the second one, which definitely has trace rot or some other problems with it, because this one at least the buttons work and it'll turn on and off. So that's at least good, even though this is bad. So another one for next month.
Now on to a few more Xbox consoles before finishing up the month. I replaced the drive band on this one last month, but now it won't turn on at all. So let's investigate this 1.6 model. First off, the clock capacitor. Looking good. The main board caps? Not so much.
Every single one of these is either bulging or cracked, and they all need to be replaced. This is going to be something for next month because unfortunately I don't have any new ones. But interestingly, it looks like they burst with such force that it sprayed the bottom of the hard drive housing. Never seen that before. So on to the next one. As it states, this one works most of the time. Let's see if we can make it work all of the time instead. It has a Thomson drive, and the caps don't look too bad. But when I pulled the clock cap, it was leaking for sure. I checked the bottom of the board for any issues, but everything else looked good too. I cleaned up where the clock cap was and started the disassembly of the disk drive. It was very dusty and the tray was difficult to open too. Unlike the other drives that have a release lever, when you press something into the front hole, you're actually pushing on one of the gears, and you need to continue to ratchet it down until the tray is released completely. Kind of a pain in comparison. But I cleaned up the very dirty insides and went to remove the drive band. Notice anything different? I guess I wasn't aware these drives had different sized bands in them, and this one doesn't seem to have much tension on it at all either. It still moves okay, but the lack of tension could be causing it to have issues, so another one to wait on until I get more parts. This last one has a very interesting problem. The power button doesn't work at all, and the eject button controls the console like the power button. It starts up, but obviously I can't open the disk drive. So what's the problem? The clock cap area is really nasty. That cap absolutely needs to be removed and the entire area cleaned. I cleaned it up with some IPA and tested all the connections in that area to make sure they were all good and found no other issues. So that part is fixed at least. And the other caps on the board still look good too. But now the real problem. This edge of the board with the first 4 traces. If you look at them close, they have little voids and black spots even after cleaning them off. This is what trace rot looks like, but let's confirm with a multimeter test. I'm testing from before and after the spots that appear to be breakages on the traces, and yep, they are indeed broken. Just to confirm further, I scratched away a small section of the traces on either side of the break to test it again, and still nothing from the first trace. I will get a signal right before and right after the black spot, but no other signals are going through unfortunately. This will require some additional wire to use as a patch, and I'll have to pick that up for next month. I spent a total of 8 3/4 hours cleaning, testing, and researching Xbox consoles this month, and was able to get 7 of them fixed, but the others will stay broken until next month. Just sold another controller with replaced thumbsticks and a replaced cord for about 30 bucks. Awesome. And to round out the amazing month of sales, I have these 2 controllers that were fixed up, this Duke and the green one. Both of them were missing their quick disconnect ends that I ended up stealing from the new cord ends, but I'll need to pick up some of these eventually. Both of these sold for 30 bucks roughly each, and they'll be going out today. So this is the last few items that sold for the month, and this has been an amazing month. So we'll get to the totals in just a little bit, but awesome way to end it. I still haven't been able to use the full hours in any one month yet, but I'm hoping to in one of these upcoming months. I guess I'm just way too busy. But this month was massive for sales and really boosted me closer to my goal this year. I guess we'll see what next month brings, but thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.